Read real quick.
One,
Oh, there you go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, it looks like you're
Keep
good.
coming up.
Keep coming up. All right.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, yeah, grab a seat, get comfortable. All right, all right, now keep talking for the
Okay.
next one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1,
That's
2.
it.
Okay. What are you? Okay. All right, man. Hey, I think I got a well, no, I think I figured it out. We got we got a pair of broken headphones behind the camera to pick up phone calls, and I think the headphones there were turned up too loud. So I turned that down. Hopefully that'll cut back the feedback a bit.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, I'm not hearing myself coming back anymore.
Good.
I'm so happy that KI is here. We survived. My wife and me. My car was possessed, and then I dropped my prize ball. Really?
Much love.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Miranda Wrights, and you're listening to Let's Hash It Out. It's been a long day. It's a good afternoon. I keep rushing in here a little bit behind. Sorry, I had to catch my breath. How's it going?
Girl, you okay?
I'm okay.
Are you okay? Because you ran in here like a house on fire.
Hey, you know what? Right to the tea.
I know, but it's okay. It's okay. See, that's why I'm here. Not only do I consider myself someone of the leaders in here, I especially cover for nice people. Now, the ones that aren't so nice, you're late. Next, sonar, kick them. But no, we weren't going to do that to you for day 3. Besides, we know first 2 days, couple jitters, couple of things you had to work with, but you got through them.
I'm getting there.
So congrats. You know.
I'm excited. I know. I've got the good news about shutting down the servers. So.
Yeah, you broke it again. Thanks.
Hey, you know.
That's awesome.
That's a great thing, right?
But nevertheless, you're doing your thing. Glad you're on with us as well. So let's get the particulars out of the way first. As always, you can check us out at letstalkpot.com or find us on the YouTube feed. Just go to youtube.com. Listen to the instructions, folks. Just go to youtube.com and subscribe to KI. If you're looking for it, you're looking for K space high. You'll be able to check out all the videos, including the live feed that's on right now. Yes, right now. If you're wondering who the bald black guy is, that's me. Hi, I'm Len. I'm the PD. So any poison arrows you got, throw them at me now. In the meantime, phone lines are available. Give us a call, 719-591-5874 or 719-591-KUSH. Okay, that's my tirade for the show. The rest is yours.
Okay. You're not gonna sit in here. You're not gonna sit in here with me today.
Oh no.
I thought we were finishing up the interview yesterday with Sierra.
Well, here's the issue with Mr. Trey. For those that are unaware of my policy here at the station, it's real simple. If you're going to be late, call me. Call me, text me, email me, send a carrier pigeon. Do something to let me know, hey, I'm not going to be here by 45. Never got a call from him. So when he came in a couple minutes after the replay started, I said, "There, you're off."
Oh.
So it's not meant as a punishment. It is meant as a reminder, because a lot of people don't know we have our own production company that is displaced in another city. We'll just put it that way. And those guys work hard. They work incredibly hard to make us sound good. Last thing we need to do is show up late and say, well, whatever, because that's not the call I get from their guy going, whatever. That doesn't happen. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
I was looking forward to seeing it.
yeah, he's getting some sales things done, and believe it or not, I actually got an email. Sorry, I'm running you over again. Sorry, but actually got an email from a listener, Barbara. Not sure where she's from, but nevertheless, thank you. Hey, I'm disappointed that Trey is going to only 1 hour. I said, well, it's twofold. Number one, that's going to give Trey some time to go out and be able to sell his show. Number two, that's going to give us ample time to feature you in your show. I figure with both of you back to back, you'll be able to work in tandem and work as a good team, and we should be able to make something. But it was a twofold process. Hopefully Barbara understands. Either way, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening, Barbara. Hopefully you continue to listen to all of the shows here on KI.
Okay. I
So
gotcha.
that's why. It's weird. I've never explained that to you, and it just happened live. Whatever. Okay, cool.
Okay, well then I guess I know now not to be late then.
That's all. Yeah. Don't, please don't be late. Please don't. If you are, tell me. Just tell me. Okay.
Oh, I'm sure. I bet
Hey,
all the
hey,
time about
look,
my questions.
Hey, look. I'm not gonna make it. See, the Mister came home and he's looking real good, and okay, I get it. Don't explain anything else. We're good. We're good. All right. So what are we hashing out today? What you got?
Well, first of all, I still have these 2 tickets here for the U.S. Cannabis Expo going on on June 19th and 20th. So we still got 2 tickets to give away today.
Nice.
Sometime during the show. So hopefully we'll get those callers tuning in and get something rolling. Hopefully we can give those away today.
Should be good. Great business expo going on down there. K High will actually be broadcasting live from there on Friday.
Oh.
Saturday, not sure. Still trying to talk with Eddie Jackson as far as the science of weed is concerned. But Friday, the plan. Notice I said plan. The plan is to have all of the live shows go from the Cannabis Expo.
Oh, okay, that'd be cool.
I think so. Gets us out in the community, gets us out of this stuffy studio, and get to hear stuff like background noise and kids screaming. Oh, I'm sorry. If kids are there, we got a problem. We got a major problem. Except Landon. Son Landon. He's good people.
Of course, I love Landon. That little guy. He's friends with my kids, so
Nice.
I see him.
So 2 tickets to the Cannabis Expo.
And actually, I say, why don't you want to give them away right now? Should we just give them away right now?
Yeah, why not? How did you want to do it? Trivia question, caller, or
Let's just do the first caller today.
first
caller to
first caller?
Yep, to call in and say hi to me. Let me know what you think about my show.
Okay, hang on. Let me. Yes, I'll grab my phone.
Hey, well, you can't call.
Why not?
Well, you're in here. That's kind of cheating.
Wait. Are you giving me instruction now?
Well, yeah, it's my show.
That's the answer I was looking for.
I like that. I like
That's the answer I'm looking for. All right. What else you got?
Well, just actually, I wanted to talk to you. I'm glad that you're here about this radio station that I haven't heard about. I'm not sure if the guys really touched on it yesterday, but I wanted to say congratulations to the guys up there. I think that's great news. I read a little bit about the article. I'm not real sure about all of the details, but I've never heard of this Bubba Love Sponge guy. That's an interesting name. And I was thinking about we need to have some type of a hash it out contest with Mr. Bubba Cushman and Bubba Sponge.
That'd be cool. The radio station she's speaking of is Smokin' 94.1 in Denver. It's a cannabis themed music station that literally just opened its doors June 1st, and I along with Miranda would say congratulations. It's awesome. Hey, what I've said to people in this regard, because I've heard about it for the past couple of days, but I hadn't really had a chance to sound off on it. Only thing I really have to say is number 1, congratulations. Number 2, you're going to find out soon enough that this is not competition. There is room for everybody here. We just happened to wear the moniker of we were first. We broke the mold, and I'm glad that we were able to break that mold so that other people can discover it and be able to go through and do something bigger and better with it. I'm like I'm a fan already of Smokin' 94.1. I'm a huge fan. Hey, if you take whatever platform that was given to you and you make it better, who am I to be mad at that? There's one thing I've discovered amongst stoners and scholars alike: if there's hate, you don't belong. There's no hatred here. I mean, I'm like, hey, do your thing. Bubba the Love Sponge, national guy. He was one of the ones that I forgot the main story. I'll check it out in a bit. But there was a main story that he had broken out in L.A. and he caught major hell for it.
Yeah, did he go to jail or something like that?
I think there was a possibility of a jail sentence, but I think he got away from all of that. But he put himself on the map by making everybody go, what the hell did this do? This do? And then there's there's a stable of jocks there that that primarily keep it music themed. So if you tune into them, you'll be able to hear Smoke on the Water, Deep Purple, Janis Joplin.
Yeah, it's saying I have the article up here for me, and it was saying that they're going towards rock music and pot talk.
Yes.
It says those two go hand in hand just as long as I think they're saying fast cars, hot girls, and rock music. They just all go together. So pot in the mix and like peanut butter and jelly.
I'm just saying, I've seen some pretty hot girls, rip a bong. I'm like, hey, perspective changed altogether. how you doing? You know, but no, it's like I said, it's good. It's good for the community. It's good for the state of Colorado. It's especially good for the state for the city of Denver. It's been a while since you've had somebody be able to come out there and speak freely on terrestrial radio in regards to things. And granted, they're going to give you 420 facts and things of that nature. But it's going to be primarily music themed, which is an awesome deal. And like I said, from us down here at KHI, hey, congratulations. Thanks for keeping the road paved and keep it going. And we'll see you soon. We'll be back.
Yeah, I can't wait for them to come actually come down here.
It'll be good.
On the show. That'll be cool. I'd like to talk to them.
Yeah,
See what their thoughts are.
It'll be good. A lot of your cohorts had emailed me about it, and they said, "Well, we were rehearsal. What do we do?" And this competition. I'm like, whoa, invite these guys. Tell them, hey, look, we got mics in time. You got 5 minutes. Give us a call. We'll jump on your air. You jump on our air. It's cool. Hey, there's room at the top for everybody here. Now, if it was they're doing classic rock and we're doing classic rock, then we're looking at stuff like KKFM and going, then there's an issue.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Roger Nixon. He is retired military. And he was actually coming in today to talk about some of his thoughts about the whole marijuana and how much it can help with, things from military experiences and PTSD and things like that.
That's cool. Just have people invade me. That's all right. I'm good. Like I said, there's room for everybody here. Rob, welcome to the show, man.
Oh, I mean, invade space, man. Appreciate it.
Please, you're good. You're good. All is welcome, man.
How you guys doing today?
Another day, another 22 cents.
At least y'all got a window right here, right?
It doesn't open, but whatever.
If there's one thing that I love about this guy is he actually, about a week and a half ago, I was confronted with a friend of mine. She was dating this guy who he didn't approve of cannabis at all. He didn't think that there was any legal reason for it to even happen in the first place. He didn't see any medical benefit. And so, of course, the look on my face, my jaw dropped and my head turned about 90 degrees, like, hold on a second, wait, what?
Right.
And it was probably a good 30-minute argument going back and forth between each other before it started just going around in a circle. And I was getting frustrated because I couldn't, get him to see what I was talking about. And I know he was getting frustrated because I wouldn't leave him alone. And so Roger came up behind my shoulder and he just dropped some facts on him. He dropped out some percentages and some numbers, and it really it helped me out a lot. But the look on the guy's face when he just kind of was shut up real quick.
Well, Rod, first and foremost, welcome to the show. Second, I guess you heard the debate and you just decided to drop in. Well, number one, what were those facts that you dropped in, and two, what was his reaction?
Well, let me bring you a little bit. This is back to POTUS.
No, this was at your house when we were hanging out for my party.
Okay, this is the guy. He came to my apartment and he actually didn't consume cannabis. He didn't smoke, and he didn't see any benefits to it. My thing is, I came out here. I met up with Norm and Jetter from Blue Mountain Creations. Those are the first people I met out here.
Yeah.
And I was on that, and VA had me on 23 medications. There's almost 1,100 pills a month keeping me alive. Breathing machines, oxygen, CPAP, nebulizers, things like that. And when I came out here, I was pretty much at my end, and I took a chance. I then met Rick Wainwright and Kush over at One Blunt, and I've been with them since. And this whole veteran thing we're taking it was an angle because there's so many soldiers that they say committing suicide, but 22 veterans a day are committing suicide. They need to find something to replace these. The issues are not with whether it should be weed or it should be medication. It's what do you want to take to make yourself healthier?
Right.
These medications are killing people. I lost 90 pounds and was laying there. I couldn't even spoon feed myself. And this man tells me there's no benefits. You're looking at somebody whose hands I was laid up with my hands curled, couldn't feed myself to. I can now feed myself. I can go throughout my day. I can do the things that I need to do. And do I still have complications? Yes, but I do not. I never relied on opiates, but it was the only thing they could find to block a lot of these pains. Sure. But I knew that there's more than just a muscle pain. It had to be nerves and things. Yeah. So now I'm looking at these doctors explaining, I don't want opiates. That's not it. I come out here. Rick has this lotion, put it on my wrist, gone. Like I can explain this, the seconds I was able to move my hands.
Nice.
The chemical, there's a big thing going on about people who have inhaled chemicals over in Iraq. I unfortunately was one of those odd people that got exposed to these different environments, and after being on all these breathing machines, I've never been able to pass an asthma test, nothing. And I have a firm belief in my own watching myself using oils, vaporizers, things like that in a softer sense, sometimes using edibles for joints, my neck, my hands. There are alternate ways, not just smoking. It's not about getting stoned. Some of us soldiers have been in a masked state because what society wants to cover up, because they don't understand with medications, we would be able to more be open to explaining them if we weren't masked and judged on how we are masked by these medications. Okay? So if you need to tell me you would rather see me a drunk vet sitting on a bar so looking like a bum, you're wrong. I got out of the military and I plan on doing something. And when my health was going downhill, I can't tell you if this is going to come back or not. What I can tell you is I found things out that have helped me. And for anybody to come tell me to my face that this is not beneficial, I'll take it to the court. There's no, all day long, I'll argue it. There's not a person in here that couldn't prove it, because I do not rely on benzos, amphetamines, or opiates to handle 2 veteran suicides, a daughter passing away, 2 families I've went through.
Yeah.
And you know what? Cannabis has helped me since I was younger, and it will help me now. I stopped through the military. I buried the things I didn't talk about. But when you smoke, you're able to open up to the people you love.
Of course.
And now, because I'm able to explain not everything I went through, but certain things, that's where people are misunderstanding what's going on with us. Because if we're masking it with alcohol and booze, we can't explain to our feelings and how we're getting out there.
Gotcha.
But
yeah, you're more stoned off the pills than you are off of the weed.
Exactly.
I mean, the one thing my mom always said was, what is the point of her trying to fight this cancer for if she's just going to be doped up and just laying there? You know, the point is to live.
Well, here's the question that I have for both of you, and thank you for the invite, by the way. Is it, well, number one, is it truly a case of us against the world when it comes to the cannabis community and the cannabis movement? The other question I had is, what do you think stops mainstream America, or mainstream America, if you will, from embracing cannabis? Is it judgment? Is it past teachings? Is it could it be anything like that, or could it be anything as simple as, you know what, I tried it once and I didn't like it? It is. I know there's a plethora of things, but if you were to nail it down to 1 or 2 things as to why mainstream America literally does not embrace cannabis, what would it be in your opinion, and why?
Our generation moving over from denial and politics.
Okay.
So those are the 2 things. I am a Freemason. So we don't discuss religion or politics ever. But
Okay.
one thing I'll break it down to: politics is number 1. Money, revenue. Look at us, look at us, look at us.
Sure.
Okay, so we'll get that out of the way. Denial. I'm 32. I grew up when I was 8 years old. I had to start grinding. I had to make money. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the east side of Vegas. This is the way it was. I saw a market, not in a junkie perspective thing. I wasn't there. I seen money does grow on trees.
Right.
So now the denial is our parents that were born in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and so forth. I owned a nursing home insurance company out of Kansas, and the biggest thing I found in these nursing homes with who are our folks and our great grandfather folks and stuff, is they don't want to admit to us that cannabis did work.
2 minutes.
We found something, and so they are now finding ways to take these nursing homes without admitting. So it's denial.
Okay.
So they have to argue in public. Again, there's politics and denial.
So it's amazing you put it that way, because, like you said, with the older generation, they not only just the parents, but the grandparents and the great grandparents. They grew up in what I call the reefer madness era, when politicians basically said, "Don't smoke it. It's this. It's illegal." But back in the day, it was legal to an extent. And I've always been one that wondered, okay, how did it get so good to the point where somebody just said, "No, we're done"? Well, no, we're done. It's illegal. It's illegal from here. I mean, come on, the Stamp Act of 1937, to where you could hold a stamp and legally buy it, which was nothing more than a ruse to be able to get people on the list, so that when you do make it illegal, you can easily go and get these guys. It's crazy. 30 seconds before we go to
But you know, right now, even in the state of Kansas, you can still go buy drug stamps.
Really?
That's
Right
crazy.
Yes,
Wow.
you can, because then if you get raided and they go in there and they find X whatever, as long as you have your stamps, there's another phone they can't touch you for.
Wow.
Crazy laws.
Man,
I'm excited to talk about this. I actually want to talk about that whole, like the age gap and the generation difference. Me and my husband were just got into a whole big conflict about it. So, but I'm excited to talk about it. We're going to get back here. We're going to go take a quick break right now. You're listening to Let's Talk Pot on K-High. It's letstalkpot.com. It's your girl, Miss Miranda Wrights. Let's hash it out.
I didn't get a chance to get your other song there, but it'll get there for tomorrow.
I'm still trying to figure out the timing, like when they say
You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, so the mother of a son that committed suicide by me in Iraq is the head of the VA and the PTSD clinic in the VA in DC. How far do you really want to go? My buddy is the voice and the face of Ink Life magazine and Easy Riders, Carl Blasphemy.
Yeah.
I can get you hooked up with him. You can get link up with him. Whatnot. He's got the whole month of June off. He's wanting to close things or whatever. So, I mean, you see him all over my Facebook. It's Carl Blasphemy's. Let's see.
I need to make a Facebook page.
We don't
I
have
keep
one.
forgetting. Not for my show.
It's warm in here.
It is.
Carl Murray.
How do we pull up the chat thing? Is there a chat thing on there? We have
Yeah,
one viewer.
I'm pulling it
Or
up
is
now.
that us?
No, that's us.
Oh.
I'm pulling it up now, and to see if they're live now. That way, if anybody does have questions, what I will do is
Is it what?
it's weird here. One of the things I'll do, I guess, just for the show, after you bring it back, I'll give the numbers. I'll tell people about the YouTube feed, and I'll let them know, hey, on YouTube, get a chat feature. If you pull it up, you got any questions, hit us. Also, still got tickets for the Cannabis Expo. That's how I got the radio. I stuttered. People laughed at it. Whatever. It's good. You know.
I wasn't ready for him to not be here today. I've been feeding off of him this past couple days. So
Feeding off of.
Mr. Trey.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah. If Trey figures out how to be on time, we got something. I told him. I said, dude, I said, you have an innate quality.
He has the energy.
Yeah, and that quality. All right, thanks. I'm like, you have a quality of, I can tell you, grab a mic, fill an hour, and you'll fill an hour with anything. The problem is, Trey, get here 15 minutes beforehand to do mic checks and then fill the hour. You'll get here in 3 minutes too. I don't work that way. I can't. High stomach, high stone, opiate out of my mind, drunk. I'm still here on time. I gotta be here. That's it.
Speaking of which, I have my pen. I'll have my pen in here.
It was a green one.
No, it's pink.
Okay, because somebody left the green one there. So yeah, when you come back, just come back with welcome back. Welcome back. It's let's hash it out. Let's talk about.com, and then I'll run that whole thing. All right, up in 15.
Oh, yeah. And we're back. This is your girl, Miss Miranda. We are on Let's Hash It Out on letstalkpod.com.
I swear to God, I didn't mean that last promo. I swear I didn't. You know what it is? I never expect to hear my own promo. That's why I try to stay.
Bowl with your parents.
if it's the first one, look, honestly, because I smoked my first joint with my mom. Why? We were at home, it was safe, and if I did anything stupid, she was gonna check me right there. So if you're gonna do it with somebody you trust. Who do you trust better than your parents? Well, for some of you teenagers, it is what it is.
You know, I agree completely with that. I mean, I was probably, I'm not gonna say I was an angel when I was younger, because we all know that wasn't true. But I mean, the big thing about that was I wasn't out causing trouble. I wasn't out in the streets. I wasn't out partying, breaking into stuff. I was at home. At least if I was smoking, I was at home, so I wasn't getting in trouble that way.
Don't forget, you can check us out on letstalkpot.com, as well as the YouTube feed. Go to youtube.com. Subscribe to K-High. That's K space High. You'll be able to check out all the videos from all the other shows, High Drive 5, Wake Morning Show, High Noon, all the other ones. And you can check out our live feed that's on right now. Phone lines are available at 591-5874 or 591-KUSH, 719 area code if you're calling from outside the area of Colorado Springs. Still got 2 tickets to give away to the U.S. Cannabis Expo. If you want to go, it's simple. Just come in, just dial the numbers, say hi to the newest addition to the K-High family, and the tickets are yours. Also, don't forget, if you are tuning in on YouTube, and this literally freaked me out when I first saw it. When you're tuning in on YouTube and it's a live feed, there's a little box on the right that says say something. Yes, folks, that's a chat feature. Whatever you want to say, go ahead and put it in right there. You can literally hash it out on YouTube. So that's another benefit. YouTube live feed. Check it out from there.
Yep, that's the whole point of my show. I want everybody to feel included here. We certainly don't know everything, daily ins and outs of what's going on here. So if you got a tip or something that that you think that we need to know about, I definitely want you guys to make sure to call in and chat with me. I'm here every single day. I got stuff to say, so let's hear what you guys got to think.
Speaking of something to say in show, golly, if you're catching this on the YouTube feed right now, Roger's showing off a couple of his tattoos. That's
a VA doctor force feeding me pills.
That's wow, that's big.
Wow, are you serious?
That's big.
This is a veteran's worst nightmare.
Oh my goodness, I want to take a picture.
Yeah, let's make sure we get a picture of that. Let's do it after the show. We'll just do it from there.
That is awesome, though. I've never seen that.
Who did you work?
That was done by Cody Bader out of Stray Cat Tattoo, Manhattan, Kansas, and Robert Black. This is when he was apprenticing too. So we're
Manhattan Wildcat Country.
I was out there for 11 years with the military and owned an insurance company with that. Had my family.
Good deal. So what else is going on? You came here from Kansas, and just in the midst of everything that you had going on, you just kind of inundated yourself within the culture, within the community. What was the other than the getting off of the pills? What was the additional motivation?
Again, and for a lot of us veterans, there are alternate ways that it's not about getting high; it's just about getting better and getting some of these pains away. And when I met some of these people, and I told I met Coach and Rick, and I explained to them my views on it in veteran suicide, and I started dropping numbers like 22 veterans a day that commit suicide. Okay,
that's crazy.
Let me give you a veteran number. That's 22 veterans a day that commit suicide. Now, what about the ones that died from alcohol, drugs, accidents, things like that were under the influence? You guys now blamed on being under the influence.
Oh, God.
That's not it. We haven't reported those numbers. Now, we also have the numbers of the ones that are not reported. Now, let's go active duty. Okay, I know for a fact I was physically there for one on active duty in Iraq, and I was in the VA hospital for another soldier that was a veteran. Okay, so it doesn't matter where you're at. Now, let's take the fact away that we're veterans. Let's look at the regular, everyday human life. How many other people commit suicide for the same thing? Sure. Now, when I came out here, like, my whole view is save a life. Something's got to change because people aren't paying attention. They don't realize that guy that might be having a bad day just because you say, hey, man, how you doing today? Right. That might change his mind and go, you know what? I'm doing good.
I was just reading this article. I think it might have been on Facebook or something like that. And somebody was talking about, I don't know if it was their friend or their dad or somebody, and about why they are always they smile everywhere they go, and they always wave to everybody that they meet. Whether they're rude back to them, whether they, look at them like they're a crazy person, they always do it. And they asked them why they do it, and they said because that I read somewhere that had somebody had just taken the time to wave or to say hi, that person might not have killed themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that, just knowing that, making that difference in somebody's life, that's why they continue to do that. And that changed my whole outlook on a lot of things. I'm actually surprised that you brought that up because, man.
That was absolutely what happened those 2 times. I tried, and God's gonna do what He does. You know what I'm saying? I just know that I have to keep my head up, and why I explained to the VA and to the world why what happened is because other people, America, who are uneducated at why we've seen what we've seen, is because it might take us some time to explain what happened. But if you mask it with drugs and pills and whatnot, we can't be clear-headed to explain it to you. You don't want to understand. We don't want you to understand. We just want you to help us when we need help. Because when America said, help us, I dropped what I was doing, left the hood, went right to Iraq, didn't care 4 months after my daughter passed without even flinching.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah,
That's
you're
incredible.
welcome, very well. And you know what? Now all we ask is you say hi. Don't cover up what you don't understand. Try to understand by asking a question. Maybe we'll answer.
And that's one of the things that I think it's just a matter of asking more questions. And it goes without saying, people fear what they don't understand. And they hate what they can't conquer. Sorry, Nas, I had to take that line. Sorry. But it's a true statement. People fear what they don't understand. So let's do what we can to try to understand it.
Oh, looks like we got a caller. Somebody finally decided to
So it's all good. Hey, you're on Let's Hash It Out. Who's this? Hey, what up, Chris? What you got, man? Got Roger in studio. Got Roger in studio. What's on your mind, huh?
You're trying to get him some CBD plants? What and hit. Really? Wow. Okay, so I'm just going to repeat back what you're saying because we're trying to get Roger some headphones right now, so he has no idea what I'm talking to. But he was just telling us how he has a friend out there in Michigan who has really bad epilepsy, and they are shutting down. They shut down the dispensaries out there, and so it's about an hour or so away for them to be able to go to try to get anything, and they don't even have CBD or anything good in comparison to what we have here. So his question was wondering how he can go about trying to figure out a way for CBD. I'm guessing, right? Is that what you were saying?
So in Michigan, it's legal, and you guys have medical cards in Michigan? Let me ask you, are you guys bound to where you live right now because of jobs or anything like that? Then is that man's health and welfare worth moving? Then move.
We say come to Colorado. We welcome anybody that needs any type of help, in that type of way, to definitely come here. There's such a huge community here that they're waiting here with open arms for people that need help. You know what I mean? It is absolutely appalling that somebody out there can't get the help that they need. Oh, thank you. That's really cool. I'm really glad that you tuned in. So
Yeah.
our Facebook page is getting out there. That's cool.
Yeah, appreciate the call, Chris. I mean, man, if you were out here, we'd give you these 2 tickets to the Cannabis Expo in mid-June. You think you can make it? Yeah.
It's June 19th to 20th.
Hey, I'll tell you what, hang on the line, and during the break, we're going to get some additional information from you. If you can, I'll put it this way. If you can make it out here, and you're surefire, 100%, and you can make it out here, we got 2 tickets here. They're yours. We'll put your name on them. You get it. No worries.
If you get here, we'll have a whole little gift basket and stuff for you guys. Welcome to Colorado and everything, just for being so supportive, and especially all the way out in Michigan. And I mean, I feel you, man. I can't believe that you guys aren't able to even get what you guys need, and especially because there's a sickness involved. You know what I mean? It's one thing when we're over here talking about recreational use, but when it comes out of medical, it's really about the patient, and they need all the help they can get.
Even if you have to take baby steps.
I think that's the main thing. I think, Roger, you were about to bring up something in regards to baby steps. Go ahead and touch on it.
The biggest thing was baby steps. Even though it was legal here, I was in Kansas for 11 years, had been everything there. When I had finally had it, it was baby steps. I got to Colorado Springs. I'm slowly moving up. I'm going to get the house here. If you're an hour away from the dispensary, move an hour away. Rebuild yourself. If you can financially be stable to relocate, seek medical attention and facilities first. Make sure you got what you need before you leave. And once you get out here, become a caregiver. Grow your own. Have your own. Baby steps. But once you start moving.
What town are you? What city are you? What city are you in out there? Bay City. Okay. And who is the mayor of your town? Well, I want you to do me a favor, okay? If you can get some information from me, find out who the mayor is, or if you can get me the city council office number or something like that. Give me some of their information, and I'll call them myself. I'll call them here on air and see what they got to say about knowing that they have their own people in their own town needing help, and they're not getting what they need. I will help in any way that I can.
Hey, Chris, appreciate the call. Last thing I'm going to give you is a home assignment. If you can, contact us through the website letstalkpot.com. Shoot us a quick email with your information, and like you said, if we can make it a point to where you're out here in mid-June, those tickets are yours. And if they're not here, we'll get 2 more. We'll get you into the Cannabis Expo to get you anything you need, brother. All right?
Absolutely.
Hey, Chris, appreciate the call. Thanks for listening. Spread the word, brother.
Thank you. Bye.
Just from positive, guys, that the reach is out there.
That is awesome.
The reach is out there. I mean, we got guys from Michigan calling in. It's good stuff.
That's the type of stuff that it pisses me off. I can say that, right?
Yes, you can.
That's the stuff that pisses me off, because seriously, I can only imagine how they must feel. You know what I mean? Let alone being, if that's your friend and you're sitting there watching them be so sick that you can't do anything about it. I mean, being here in Colorado alone, I remember driving back and forth to Las Vegas to see my mom, and I couldn't do anything about it. And
Right.
just have to leave there to come back here to my friends smoking blunts and just kicking it, and it's like, holy shit, you have no idea. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting all teary-eyed over here just thinking about it. That's just ridiculous. Holy crap.
But I think another thing that Roger said earlier in the program, it's not just about getting high. This is stuff that can actually help you. Now, we are well far away from 2003, 2004, when Bill O'Reilly had Judge wasn't it, Janine Pirro on a show, and she said, quote, marijuana has no medicinal effects on the human body whatsoever. We are long far away from that. We are discovering things more and more and more. I got to be honest, guys. I know we got a couple minutes left for the break. It really didn't hit me until the station opened, and we saw the influx of love coming in. That's when it kind of hit me. The second time when it hit me was 3 weeks in, when somebody posted on the KF Facebook page the actual pot chart, the strain, and what the effect it is. And when I saw that there was one that was an appetite suppressant, I flipped my lid. I'm like, what? Really? Wait, so I can smoke this, and with regular diet and exercise, I can lose weight.
I don't gain any weight at all. I lost 90 pounds. I was laid up 250 pounds. I was real sick. After I lost 90, I was 160 pounds. Barely had muscle.
Which it breaks the stigma again about the whole, being a start getting the munchies and you're just going to be fat and lazy, melted into the couch.
Right.
That just goes to show, the person. Okay, Bubba Cushman, he used the term functional stoner. Okay, I just say productive pothead. Okay, because if it wasn't for having some of the types of strands of weed that I had in my lifetime, or even plenty of people that I know have had, they wouldn't be able to do half the stuff that they've done. I mean, my husband has a master's degree. He's in the middle of his doctoral program. Had he had not had any weed or had that bunch of smoke when he needed to sit down and bust his ass out and do a paper, he wouldn't have done it. He would have just gave up.
Man.
You know what I mean? So for them to sit there and say that, you know, they're harming society because they don't do anything anyways, that's the type of stuff that's ridiculous, you know?
And I think the number one questions that need to come out, this is my opinion, the number one questions that need to come out from the naysayers are why, or what exactly does it do? And from us, for people who are within the movement, our number one question should be why.
That's exactly why.
This is my Adderall, my benzo, my opiate right here. This
Mhm.
wax is shattered. Wow, I smoke this and I can go do whatever I need. This is it.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more to it than, oh, it should be illegal because people are stupid.
Right.
No, there's a lot more to it. And so that's why I want, you know, the whole topic of Hash It Out. People need to call in and find out why, you know?
591 Kush, we'll be back. So let's hash it out, okay? All right. Yeah, usually when it gets to 60, I automatically start thinking, okay, whatever subject we're on, start putting a bow on it, or put some type of continuance on it and let people know that we're gonna come back to the next one. If he gets to 30, thank you, brother. When he gets to 30, then it's like, okay, next thing out of your mouth should be, okay, we're gonna take a break, we'll be right back, it's hashing out. Okay, if we're still talking and he says 10,
Shut up. Okay.
as a producer, as acting as your producer, that's my job. If you're still talking at 10, hey, I'm sorry, we're about to go. You know?
I'm still trying.
Hey, it's a learning process. That's all it is.
I spent enough time to one month, but I know 30 seconds.
I know that was another thing I didn't even mention before when I was trying to do my whole interview to get this job is I've done radio, I've worked for front ones as well, just with them.
The biggest thing I learned by conversations, even on radio, is when you end the conversation, end it in a question, so that gives them something to think about to ask next time they come on.
Give them a tease, yeah.
I'm saying give them a lead. It's
No, you gotta
almost
have
like give them a conversation lead. Yeah. And so
And you'll get to that point when you're, you know, when you don't have an interview and you have, you know, certain articles that you're reading and this, that, and other. Hey, coming up after the break, let's talk about this. And the main question that comes up out of it is whatever question. Think on that, chew on that, we'll be back. You know, something like that. How you feel? A little better? You seem a little more relaxed.
I'm getting there.
Good deal. Good deal.
I like
put a
having
rubber band around your finger or something.
I like having people in here because it keeps me.
I think, and don't get me wrong, love Trey, but I think it's almost at times too much. And I just jumped down the story today about that's her show. Shut up. Add your little part, but let her ask the questions. It's hers. No, you just spent 2 hours running your mouth. Nobody wants to hear you anymore. That's at least that's how I look at it. When I mean, hell, I've done 3-hour talk shows. I'm from a sports background. I've done 3-hour sports shows and then had to lead into something about technology. Hey, what's up? It's the Tanya Hall Show. Blah blah blah. No, you're be like, hey, what's up? It's the Tanya Hall Show. Ladies and gentlemen, Tanya Hall. I'm cutting my mic off. Click. And so and the running joke we had was if she asked a question, oh, okay, my turn to talk. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Hey, your show. I don't invade. That's the number one thing because I want you to be comfortable talking as much as you can because you're going to get that day where at an hour. Oh shit!
It turns into feels like 2 hours.
Yesterday it went by really quick.
If ever you get that Facebook page comes up with 4 stories every half hour. Run. I did that purposely.
Lists.
Oh, yeah, no, I've been taking notes.
Just some lists of stuff to talk about. It's gonna be
Let's talk about
And we're back. It's your girl, Miss Miranda Rice, right here on Hash It Out, letstalkpot.com. You can give us a call. It's 591-KUSH or 719-591-5874 if you're calling in from out of town. Still trying to give away these Cannabis Expo tickets. I mean, we have a pair on hold.
Technically, yeah.
We have a pair on hold.
Yeah.
For the gentleman, Chris, that just called in.
Chris from Michigan. He's saying he's gonna take a trip.
I'm excited.
Hey, Mike, take a little trip out to Colorado. Come check out the cannabis expo exhibits, vendors, new products, unique ideas. The thing I like about it is the speakers. You're going to have a bunch of guys that you may already be familiar with, but some are not. Charles Houghton from Cannabis Attorneys, Casey Stark will be there, and a bunch of others. 420 Comic Jeffrey Peterson will be there. DJ Chris Diablo from the Weed Pimps will be spinning all day for 2 days straight. I want to know how he's going to do that and eat at the same time. We know the guy likes to eat.
Diablo?
See?
He worked at the produce bar, man. Always had pizza.
Hey,
Good guy.
hey, pay me in a slice.
I love this.
Pay me in a slice. It's all good. Get Roger in studio. Thanks for coming in.
Talking to Chris in Michigan, and actually brought up something that I wanted to talk about. I ran across a story this morning, actually, and it was DJ Diablo. He had posted it on his Facebook page, and it kind of hit me on a personal level because it's dealing with Arizona. Arizona, as I've mentioned before, it's kind of a sensitive subject just because that's where my mom was from and everything. Well, there is a campaign out right now, or I guess some debate going on, because there is a campaign, pro-cannabis campaign. Let me see if I can try to pull it up so I can get the name right. But they say that they're supporting the legalization of marijuana out there in Arizona, but yet they're putting up these billboards in town that are getting confused with being anti-pot. I was reading one that said something like long-term use of cannabis lowers your IQ.
Yeah,
and then at the bottom it says marijuana harmless. Think again. Like, if you're reading that, that doesn't sound very positive at all.
And it got a lot of the pro-pot activists upset over the billboards. Now granted, you know how it is. Everybody is entitled to feel the way they feel about certain things. Personally, for me, that's probably one of the funnier billboards I've seen in a while. And I haven't smoked in 10 years. And it's funny to me because you talk to people and you see people that are against them or against pot or against marijuana, and you see signs like this that lowers the IQ, and I'm going, okay, I don't know too many dumb stoners. I really don't. At least I put it this way: if they are considered so-called dumb, they don't show it. They have a very eloquent way of expressing themselves. They are very professional, and they're very thought-provoking. And 9 times out of 10, that's all I really want in the conversation. Make me come away from that conversation thinking about something. This is not a situation where people are going to be true story. One of my utmost fears of starting a station like this was somebody who's going to call, I smoke weed. I like it.
Yeah.
Afraid of that call. So afraid of that call. But I haven't run into that. So it's amazing to me that you still have people out there that are like this, that will go this far and put a billboard up. It's not amazing to me that you have people out there like that. But now it's to the point where, to me, it's almost kind of like prejudice. You're showing
how dumb you are.
Yeah, how biased you are. You're showing it. I didn't think about it. It's excuse me. The group putting up the billboard said they're not fighting the legalization of marijuana. They insist they are only focused on youth substance abuse.
Right. And they had that billboard up, and it had a little baby holding up a cookie, and it said, "Well, your children know that this cookie has pot in it."
But parents do.
That's just neglecting your parent duties. You know, you're like, hello, everybody knows that. You know what I mean? Those are the people that I just kind of want to walk up to and just like, slap them in the face and tell them, get yourself together, man. Because like, you really think that people are that dumb about it? You don't see how many cases I'm sure that they have them out there, but I've never seen across front page of the newspaper, Tyler dies from overdosing on an unopened bottle of Tylenol.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't show that. That's just as negligent as leaving your back and pot out.
Roger, your thoughts on this? Because when I see a story like this and I start seeing people talk about this, the first thing I think of is when it comes to the kids. We have had this argument before. We have had this argument when it comes to alcohol in kids. We have had this argument when it comes to spanking in kids. We've had this argument when it comes to rap music in kids. Eminem said, "Where are the parents at?"
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, people got a problem. I have lost more friends from overdosing on pills, alcohol-related accidents. Soldiers have died that way. Civilians. my high school, hands down, was like we had some horrific things happen, and alcohol, drugs all play a role in it. Weed. Now, if you want to argue that, okay, I smoke this, I go to sleep. You go into the store, you buy alcohol. You're now changing the chemical balance in your brain, causing a physical addiction to something that is going to change your life. Could change your life when you drive. But you know what? I don't go into a bar, take a drink, a couple drinks, black out, and go somewhere. I'm not saying that everybody does, but with that, I think that when people put up these billboards against, there's that they want to argue some sort of fact because they need attention, whatever it may be, and those are people who, again, are uninformed. They're misinformed. And those who don't understand, they have to fight against.
Now, I want to know when they have children, when they have kids and they're raising families, how are they teaching their kids about when it comes to cough medicine and when it comes to, even down to when they're infants and you have to give them those dissolvable little, tablets, you know what I mean? What are they telling, their older child, about this medicine? You don't touch that, that's medicine. They put it up on the counter, you know what I mean? Just same thing with alcohol.
Yeah.
Growing up, that's mom's drink, that's dad's beer, we don't drink that. It tastes gross. Or, I'm going to get my ass beat if I touch it. You know what I mean? It's the same thing that goes. You don't see kids walking around with bottles of Robitussin because it's the coolest thing to do. No, they know not to do it.
All
and,
the way.
Well, that's a whole other issue. I don't want to get into
now, if you guys don't mind, I want to play devil's advocate just a bit. Because I'm reading it. The executive director, Matt Forsyth, says they focused on marijuana and use since 2012. He says we're actually a Yavapai company, substance abuse coalition. There was funding available through the Arizona Criminal Justice Commission, and we put into it a statewide campaign. What we're looking at is to help youth realize the risks of marijuana. We've done a lot of strategies around prescription drug abuse and had great success, and underage drinking task force as well. This is one of the many focuses that we have. So to the guy, but what the guy is basically saying is that he's not necessarily zeroing in on marijuana per se. He's saying, look, we have to look out for the youth, and it's not just the marijuana. We're looking at the drinking, we're looking at the drugs. There's state funding for these things. So if I'm going to do one for alcohol, why not do one for marijuana? Again,
I understand completely where he's coming from, and I think it's great, and I like the intentions behind it and where they're going with it.
Yeah.
I think that they really should just think about rewording it. You know what I mean? Wording it differently.
So it's the verbiage.
It's the verbiage because it's all, especially when it comes down to something where there's so many loopholes and so many ways that you can get in and out of things in the cannabis community just as a whole, and the laws and things like that. That it really comes down to the specifics on what you're saying, and it really matters how you are putting it out there. You know what I mean? Because the way that they're wording it, saying marijuana harmless. Think about it. Hello.
Dave Wisniewski commented on it. He said they're trying to justify maintaining prohibition because of the negligent parenting. And we're saying negligent parenting does not justify prohibition. Roger,
this is where the being misinformed. Not only the children being the parents will inform the children what not to get into, this medication, this, that. Okay. Now it's also up to the parents to be informed on themselves of what to be responsible about. If they're irresponsible, then that's just a person. That's not an entire society.
It's the exact same thing when you're growing up and the whole topic comes up about sex education with school and with your parents. You know what I mean? Would you rather find out from your parents, or do you want to find it out from their friends at school? Type of a thing. You know what I mean? And then they were creating a controversy about whether or not they should have sex education in school because they didn't want their children learning something outside of their home. Well, then where are those parents at? They're taking the responsibility to talk about that instead of letting their 14-year-old daughters go out and get pregnant. Now, it's the exact same thing to me.
Yeah, that's what we said. This is an argument that's been brought over multiple facets and to address the part about sex in schools and just sex within teenagers and whatnot. It's amazing how taboo sex is here. Don't do it. Don't do it. We're preaching abstinence, but yet France has said free reign, and yet they have the lowest amounts of teen pregnancy ever. But yet we're sitting in the good old USA, and we have the highest amount of teen pregnancy, disease, things of that nature.
I was 17 when I had a son.
Everything, it's all about, it's part of, I can't remember if it was, where it was that I heard it, but they were talking about, is it necessarily a marijuana thing, or is it a growing up thing? There are certain things that in your life, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go through it in life. You know what I mean? We don't all listen to our parents. Nobody is 100% goes to bed at this time, doesn't talk to their friends at this time. You know what I mean? We all had that growing up. It's part of growing
What's
up.
wrong with you?
It's part of growing up. You know what I mean? It's just what we go through. And I'm not saying that in order to grow up, you need to go smoke weed and you need to go, have sex. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I'm saying that there are certain things in your life that the more you try to push away from people, or the more you put on the whole it's bad, the more it becomes questionable to the person. They want to figure out, they want to see what it is for themselves. You know what I mean? It becomes like the whole rebel without a cause thing. You know what I mean?
Denial in politics.
It's the same thing. And it's the whole age generation between politicians and
And
money.
skinny jeans.
Can't do that. So in the end, like you said, it does come down to a choice. I mean, and eventually the kid, like you said, the kids that are being told no, eventually they're going to ask the question that we've all been asking: why? Why not? And they're going to go for it.
With the truth campaigns for cigarettes, cigarettes, the amount of deaths that they were having every year was the equivalent of something like a Holocaust every single year. Now the number has gone down humongously, and why? Because they put out the education, let people decide for themselves.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And basically the same thing with marijuana. You think it's so bad that instead of telling everybody you're a dumbass, quit smoking, you hold up a picture of that rotting, hole in their lip and show them this is what it's going to do to you if you do it, and make them decide.
Exactly.
Not that weed does that, the tobacco thing, but same. You know what I'm saying?
In the end, I got a son that's going to be turning 18 on Saturday. The main thing I told him was, you know what? You make your own choice. Just let me know if you're going to light up that blunt, because I'm going to do it with you. Because I want to be there in case he wants to do something stupid. Hey, it's not what we do. That's not what we do. And if you don't like it, cool. If you like it and you want to continue, all right, cool. But let's keep choices on that. Hey, that's it. Thanks for inviting me.
That hour went by so quick. I'm glad that you guys were here today. It made it a whole lot easier.
Roger, thanks for showing up. Thanks for your service.
That's the end of the hour, you guys. This is Miss Miranda Wrights. This is Let's Hash It Out. Let'sTalkPot.com. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good show.